So you want to know why some freelancers are more valuable than others. You might be earning up to 100,000 a year and you're seeing people earning 1 million a year doing the same kind of thing, right? I'm going to start off this by giving you a bit of an insight that I've wrote down from a Greek philosopher, because he said the hardest thing in life is knowing yourself. The easiest thing is giving advice, okay? Most freelancers suck at giving advice. The ones that make serious money, they help people know themselves. Now, I'll let you sit on that for a minute and just mull it over, but if you didn't already know, I'm Oliver. I mentor freelancers to help them build leverage. You know, the whole getting towards that sweet spot of earning more money while working less. It's the dream, right? That's what we want. This video, I'm going to help you understand why some people earn more than others. And this is going to help you 10 times your rate, but understand why and how you can do it, okay? Now, if you don't already know the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I will try and put a bit of something on screen, but you can search it. It comes in the form of a triangle, okay? Now, I've got it in front of me, so I'm going to run through it. But at the bottom, you've got your basic needs. So, you know, clients want a logo, a website, some design work, some copywriting, some SEO stuff. That's tactical requests. Most freelancers will stop there because they ask, you know, what do you want it to look like? What's your budget? How long is this going to take? But at the top of the pyramid, you're going to be helping clients achieve self-actualization, you know, through their business, creating meaning and purpose. And you get paid more for doing that than you do at the stuff at the bottom, okay? So what does that look like, Oliver? You're being pretty fluffy, right? The freelancers that are making 6 figures and over aren't just executing tasks, okay? They're helping companies discover who they really are, right? That's the interesting point here, right? Because your value basically comes from the type of questions you ask, and your perception and the client's perception of you and what you're worth comes from the type of questions that you ask. So, bit of an idea. Low quality questions are pretty tactical. What size, what color, when's the deadline? You know, they're good for execution, but they position you as an order taker. It's like asking, do you want fries with that, basically, right? Mid-level questions are a little bit better. So how did you come up with this idea? What does success look like for you? We're getting deeper into the roots of the issue, but high quality questions cut to the core. So why does this matter, right? What's your company's real purpose beyond making money? What's the goal in 5 years' time, right? These are questions that are going to help people that have more funds want to spend more with someone like you rather than somebody else, right? Now, this is basically what I also do inside the dojo. So I run a 15-minute strategy session before I ever bring anyone in to help mentor them, right? And this basically covers into why you're not making the money that you want to make, why clients aren't coming to you, why you're stuck with low budget clients, and how to get time back in your life, right? So I help people grow, but I can't help people grow until I understand where they are. And it's the same for you and the service that you provide, right? And I'm a visual guy, so I want to frame this like you're thinking of an onion, okay? Now stay with me, because clients come to you with symptoms. That's the outside layer of the onion, effectively, right? So what you've got to do is strip back and understand what's deeper inside that. So, you know, they come to you, we need a website. Why? Because customers don't like our current ones. Why don't they like it? Because it doesn't represent who we are. Who are you really as a brand, and what's not working? Those are the type of questions that are going to get you deeper to the core, right? And if you want to earn little bits here and there, you can just touch the edges of the onion. But if you want to earn a lot more, you've got to get into the core, right? And this is basically the shift that you've got to make from being an order taker, from being a freelancer, to being a consultant and to being a partner, okay? Now, before you do anything, before you execute anything, you want to run what I call a bit of a discovery process. Now, I wrote down a few things here, but it's an engagement where you understand a little bit more through strategic questioning. So I've gone to clients and I've wrote down recently, one came to me saying, you know, we dug into who he is and what he wants. And he says, you know, we exist to give founders a safe, supportive environment where they feel like they're understood by other people, right? And that's not just a simple brief, that's a business transformation, right? When you can help a company discover their purpose and bring that to life, it's going to be worth a lot more, right? A service, just doing a landing page here or there, might be $2,000, but helping a company find their identity and direction, bringing that to life, that could be $30,000, $50,000 a pop, okay? Now, you can tailor this yourself, whether you're a designer, a copywriter, a developer, whatever it is. There's going to be specific questions that are going to help you understand the full effect of what you need to offer. Now, you're not just creating deliverables anymore, okay? You're creating clarity. That clarity is what is priceless. Now, you can start off conversations, and I wrote a few little purpose-driven questions down that you can take to the next pitch. So it could be beyond making money, you know, why does this company exist? You get to a deeper level and you can start talking about that. that other freelancers and other competition aren't, right? What would happen if your company disappeared tomorrow? If you ask that on a call, the replies are insane, right? Also, what do you want to be known for? Okay, so let's say you're creating a new brand for someone, or you're creating a social media strategy for someone. Instead of coming up with scripts or logos or whatever it is, what do they want to be known for, right? They're going to pay you a lot more money to help their audience know what they stand for, rather than just giving them little things here and there. Okay, that's the little switch. Now, don't just jump to those solutions. Spend time understanding the real problem. Position this as a strategic consultation and not a transactional service. Okay, because the hardest thing in life, like the Greek philosopher, is knowing yourself. But if you can help others know themselves, that's extremely valuable. Okay, so from here on, stop being an order taker. Start being the person who helps companies discover their real purpose. Follow if you want a few more things like this.